Hi, this is Ballou, and this is my response to Module 3. I'll be answering the questions, is it right for government to give huge bailouts to banks to keep them in business, and can it ever be unjust to accumulate wealth? And I'll be answering these two questions according to the three theories we learned in class, the libertarian theory, the utilitarian theory, and Rawls theory. First, I'll go over what each one of the theories are. The utilitarian theory has to do with the distributing wealth so that they can maximize happiness, which is their overarching value. It is an attempt to remove the upper and lower class so that everybody would be in the middle class. The main argument against it is that it removes your incentive to work, and because society will at least provide me with the necessities, then I don't need to work, is their mentality. The libertarian mindset is based around self-ownership, that you get to keep what you earn. The government will stay out of your business. They won't take your money and give it to other people who aren't working. You own yourself and your right to earn. You do not have to sacrifice your happiness for another person's unless you choose to. You do not own a debt to society because you have obtained everything yourself. This has to do with small government, free markets, and property rights. There are a couple problems with this theory, though. It's a very self-centered view. It's, I own what is mine and I don't need to help anybody else. And it becomes a problem when you own what is yours when two people say that they own the same thing. Then one of them will have to sacrifice their happiness for the other person's, which is a contradiction to the libertarian mindset. And Rawls' theory is summed up in two principles. The first being each person is to have an equal right to the most extensive total system of equality, basic liberties, compatible with a similar system of liberty for all. And the second being social and economic equalities are to satisfy two conditions. First, they are to be attached to positions and offices open to all under the conditions of fair equality and opportunity. And second, they are to be the greatest expected benefit of the least advantaged members of society. And basically what that is saying is you have every right to go out and earn what you can get, but you still owe society. You need to help out the less fortunate or the least fortunate so that it'll sort of balance everybody out. Unlike the utilitarian, there will still be an upper and a lower class, but society is trying to help itself. And it does presume that all people are good, while the utilitarian idea is that not all people are good and that we need to enforce them and make them be good and help other people. Now I will answer the two questions. The first is, again, is it right for the government to give huge bailouts to banks to keep them in business? According to the utilitarian idea, yes, it would be okay. Because they want everybody to be happy and they're willing to sacrifice a little bit from each person in order to help the few. The people who invested in this bank and made a wrong decision, or the people who had bad luck, they want to help them out. They'll take a little bit from each person and do the best they can with it. The libertarian mindset, no, this is not okay. You can't take another person's money and give it to a person who had bad luck or invested wrongly, because the other person did the right choice and they're benefited from it, and you have no right to take what is theirs. Rawls' theory states that it is up to each person to decide whether or not they want to help them, but that they should help them if they have enough wealth to do so, because they owe it to society. Society helped them, and they should help society, or the least fortunate in society. And the last question is, can it ever be unjust to accumulate wealth? According to the utilitarian, it is unjust because you owe everything you have to society, not just a small bit like in Rawls' theory, but you owe everything, and that you need to give your extra to everyone, and it'll be evenly distributed to all. This will make all people inherently equal. even if some work harder than others or some are more naturally talented than others. Everybody will receive the same thing and should have the same amount of happiness because of this. The libertarian mindset, it is definitely okay to accumulate wealth. You can go out and get everything you can, earn as much as you want or as little as you want. No one's really going to help you do this, and you don't have to help out the people who aren't accumulating wealth. And Rawls' theory, is it okay to accumulate wealth? You are free to do so, but because you benefited from society, as I stated before, then you owe something to society and that you should give back. And you're not giving back necessarily in an investment, from what I understand, but you are giving back directly to the least fortunate people. Thank you, and that is all.